Hi everybody, myself I am Shekhar. Today we are going to discuss about the architecture of 8051. 8051 is called as the 8-bit microcontroller. It was developed by the Intel in the year 1981. The main components that 8051 consists of 4 kilobytes of ROM, 128 bytes of RAM, two 16-bit timers and one serial port and 4 input-output ports and 6 interrupt sources. By seeing this block diagram, we can say that all the peripherals lies on a single chip. So that is why it is called as system on a chip. Generally we call 8051 is a 8-bit processor. Means if the data size is more than 8 bits, then that data is going to be broken into 8-bit data pieces. So that 8-bit data pieces is going to be executed by the processor. As we discussed previously, the 8051 microcontroller consists of 4 input-output ports. Let us see here. That is P0, P1, P2, P3. The 4 ports, that is we can say that P0, P1, P2, P3. Each port is having 8 pins. So with this, the ports are called as 8-bit ports. So after reset, these ports are going to act as input ports. So let us see what is an input port and what is an output port. So let's see first. Input port means it receives information from external device. Output ports means it transmits information to an external device. The input or output that is going to be programmed. That is depends upon the programming. If you move 0 to port, that is if you move 0 to the port, then the port is going to be acted as the output port. If you move 1 to the port, then the particular port is going to be acted as input port. Let us see, for example, move P0, #00H. So then the particular P0 is going to be acted as output port. Move P0, #11H. So then the particular P0 port is going to be acted as input port. So this is the way the ports are going to be acted as input port or output port. Let us discuss port 0 in detail. Port 0 occupies of total 8 pins. So depending upon the programming, they can be acted as either input port or output port. Here each pin of 8051 is connected to a 10 kilo ohm pull-up resistor. So why? Because P0 port 0 is open drain. And one more point, 8051 supports 64 kilobytes of external memory. That is, it supports a memory that consists of address from 000H to FFFH, that is 40H to 4FH. So 16-bit address, in order to access that one, we are going to use combination of 2 ports, that is P0 and P2. So P0 and P2 are going to be used to access external memory. So that is the reason why the port pins are going to be start from 80 to 8015. So by the same pins, so we are going to transfer multiplexed address and data. That is nothing but by the same pins we are going to transfer address and data. Just in order to save the pins. In order to save the pins, we are going to transfer data and address to the same pins. Next, port 1. Port 1 is going to be acted as same as concept of port 0. Port 1 consists of total 8 pins. So this port can be used as input port or output port. Port 1 does not need any pull-up resistors. Why? Because it is already has pull-up resistors internally. So upon reset, port 1 is going to be configured as an input port. Next, port 2. The concept is same as the previous ports. Port 2 must be used along with port 0 to provide 16-bit address external memory. That is to provide 16-bit address to external memory. Let us discuss in detail. 8051 supports 64 kilobytes of external memory. We need 16 lines to connect to the external memory. So pre-NOT provides lower 8 lines and P2 provides higher 8 lines. So by these they can able to access 16-bit address of external memory. Next, port 3. Port 3 is also the same. It can be used as either input port or output port depending upon the programming, and here also P3 does not need any pull-up resistors. And port 3 pins is having multiple functions. Along with the input output transfer, it is having some special functions. That is, the first two lines the pins are going to be used to transmit or receive, and the next lines interrupt 0, interrupt 1, timer 0, timer 1, write, read. So all these multiple functions or multi-functions are going to be carried out by these pins. Thank you guys. Please subscribe my channel.